All right, so for the sake of the recording, let me do this again. So I'm going to delete this and do it from scratch. So we said that we copy the L stiff now. Copy. And then we delete the hatch. Delete the hatching. We're going to trim this section here. TR enter twice. Needs to trim over here so as well. All right, so we're gonna mirror. I like the right side here. Oh, I keep forgetting to explode this piece. So click on this piece here, explode. All right, right side of a joint, and then we're gonna mirror it. So only want the hook on one side. So we're gonna delete the hook off one side. Bring this up to joint. We're gonna delete this steel bar. This top piece here, we're gonna explode it. You simply extend these. So now we're gonna hatch. So it's best to hatch these sections one by one. If you hatch all at once, it's not going to show in the internal ones. I'm just going 1,275, right? Yes. Then 2,100. This is saying 2,025 for this. That's your room. The window right. It's positioned at the wrong place. That's supposed to be. Yes, sir. Means I'm having another. So yours actually correct here. Don't change your. Which other measurement of the vessel was different? I think it's 1,000. Yeah, we wanted to have 15. Oh, this is why. This one overlap because the suite was 150. You start with here. Messages you start here. Got a 150 already for this. So let's switch my this. So how about this one? So how about this one? Like the window? Yes, yes, sir. Yeah, right. No, but I say you're one correct. I'm not need to change. So like how you're one say 1,002. Okay, my one to say 1,002. So I'll just see. All right, so quickly back to our floor plan trainees. This 1,275 is actually supposed to be 1,200, right? If you notice, this window is not centered in the room. Here's the center, and the window is here. So we're gonna shift this. Both windows. We're gonna move it to our right. Select move command. Click, punch in 75. And automatically our dimensions change. Check if this is center. This goes here. Right, so back to our stiffener. Gonna hatch this section. So we can copy this dimension here, which is a 156 inches. Copy this once on the left and once on the right. We will copy this and edit it. And that dimension was exploded, so it's not going to adjust. So let's copy one of these. All right, so that should be it. All right, so it's just gonna give you a little time to finish up the T-stiff now, and then we're gonna move on to the section 2 foundation footing. Section 2 foundation.
The question, are the calculator I don't know Instagram.
Yes, it's not the picture. No same.
Sir, it's an angle. Yes. Is it possible to call me the yeah, call me
Yes, that's what we said. If you have a last series, program part 3 is in the book.
Yes, sir. Received,
So
sir.
what's that? To get card. Alright, so training what we're about to do next, wherever you are, just pause and work on this is going to be the section 2, the foundation. Right, that's a part of your details for your foundation plan.
I thought about the record, sir.
Yes, it's a recorded. Alright, so once again, whatever you're doing, pause it and you're going to be working on this now. Because everybody is going to have this in their. So, you're going to select line command. And we are going to draw it scale 1 in 50 first. And then when we're finished, then we're going to scale it up. So you're going to click. And you're going to draw a vertical line. Let's say, so from that's 3,010 feet. We can make this. We can make it 1,200. 1,200. So draw a vertical line 1,200. The scale that is at the lower command ribbon. Yeah. That is the scale for the text. It's supposed to be on 1 to 100 though. So draw a vertical line. Everybody has drawn their vertical line 1,200. Alright, so now we're gonna offset this line 150. So offset 150. Whether to your left or to your right, doesn't matter. Yeah, so the length of the line 1,200 and we offset it 150. Length of the line 1,200. So now at the base of the two lines, we're going to draw a line going across here. Select line command. Draw a line going across. Connecting the two lines. So now, this line here, we're going to copy it and we're going to paste it on either side of the wall because these two lines here represent your wall. This is your wall. Now we're making a foundation footing. So copy, hold it from the left end, paste it on the right. Then we copy again, hold it from the right end, place it on the left. This time, just connect the two lines in. It's going to be 150. That line come on again. So from either end, doesn't matter. You're going to click, draw a vertical line going down. And this is going to be 300. 300. Draw a line on the other side now, 300 as well. Or if you want to copy it, no problem. Whichever is quicker for you. Select line again. I'm going to draw a line at the base. We're making a rectangle. So this is what you're making. So this represents your wall. And this represents your foundation footing. So now you're going to select line command. And most of the time, you will turn your nearest object snap off. But for this one, you're going to turn it on. Turn on nearest in your object snap.
Let's see, great, clear and go down. Look at the box.
Yeah. So all right, so we're going to draw a line from the base of our foundation footing. No specific length. Just draw a line like so. Yeah, chief. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
What length the line was?
Everybody should have that by now. Alright, so this line now at the base of your foundation footing, you are going to move it upwards 900 millimeters. So select the line, select the move command, click anywhere on your screen, move your cursor upwards, and then punch in 900, press enter. Once again, you're going to click your line, highlight your line, select the move command. You're going to click anywhere on your screen, anywhere, just click. Then you're going to move your cursor upwards. You're going to see that orange broken line. Punch in 900 and then press enter. So it moves your line 900 millimeters upwards. So now you're going to stretch this line across the meteor wall. So stretch your line across the meteor wall. All right, so now we want to copy this line and we want to paste it on the right side of the wall. If you want to mirror it, that can also work. Or you can select copy, hold it from the left end and paste it on the other side of the wall. All right, so this line on the right, highlight it. Highlight the line on the right. And we are now going to offset it down 300. Select the offset command, offset it downwards 300. So put your cursor below the line, click. Everybody has this line? All right, so back to this line here at the top, we're gonna offset it upwards 150. Offset it upwards 150. Offset up 150. So we should have 3 lines. Now, this line at the top, we're going to offset it up 25. Then when you have those 3 lines. Yeah. Macri, you have the 3 lines? All right, so now this line at the top, trainees, highlight the line at the top, select offset, punch in 25, and you're going to offset it up 25. So you should have 4 lines. And then you're gonna, the line at the top, pick the line at the top. And we're gonna offset this line at the top 12. So you should have 5 lines. And the more you closer you go to the top, the closer the lines are. All right, so this space here, 300. This space here, 150. This space here, 25. This space here, 12. You should have 1 line on the left, 5 lines on the right. One at the very top, you offset 25 to get the line at the very top. Sorry, 12. Offset 12 to get the line at the very top. So once again, this space is 300. This space is 150. This is 25. This is 12. All right, so this is 300. This is 150. Does everybody have their 5 lines? All right, so now we're going to go back to our spline command. I believe for those who are using 2024 on the school computer, it's going to show up as, I believe it is CV spline. You will not see the word beside it, you will only see the symbol. right? So when you press the drop down arrow below line, you're gonna click this spline to the extreme left. Alright, so my own experience is going to look at different than mine. You actually see the words plan on my own, but yours you only see the symbol. The press the drop down arrow. Okay, so let me show this plan. Alright, so press the drop down arrow, below line, and click the one that says plan. Okay.
So open up the third one, sir. So then now, fourth one. After that one, after the third one, what is it? Right? Yeah, after that one.
So, All right, so select spline. And anywhere along this line, if you're choosing, that's how we turn on the nearest command. Click. Turn off your author mode. And you're going to make a wavy line. Going over to your wall. Once you reach to the wall, you press enter. And then you can trim off the excess. Want me to do it again? All right, so did it. Select spline. Drop down arrow below line. Ensure that your nearest command is turned on in your object snap. Click anywhere along this line of your choosing. Turn off your ortho mode. I'll just simply gonna click from, well, up and down. Up, down, coming across, up, down. And once you reach to the wall, you click. And then you press enter. And if you have anything protruding, you just trim it off. All right, one more time. So select spline. Click anywhere along your line. Ensure that your ortho mode is off, turned off. And you're gonna click up and down, moving towards the wall. So click, click, click. And once you click and you reach the wall, you press enter. And if there's any piece protruding, you trim it off. Does everybody have their spline? So now you're gonna hatch inside of this spline here using your earth hatch. You're gonna look for the earth hatch. So press the drop down arrow. Beside hatch, select hatch. You're looking for the list here. And you're gonna scroll down and look for earth. Here it is. This is your earth hatch. And they are in alphabetical order. So let's go down to the E section. Click. And then you're gonna click inside of your space here. And as you can see, my hatch come up very, very condensed, right? I have to zoom in to see the earth hatch pattern. In order to fix that, you simply adjust your scale. Mine is on 1. I'm gonna try 10. All right, 10 looks good. I'm gonna work with 10. All right, so once you have put in the hatch part, so once again, go to hatch. You're gonna scroll down in the list until you find earth, the earth hatch. Are you seeing the earth hatch? Just scroll down until you see earth hatch, then you're gonna click on it, click. Then you're gonna put your cursor inside the space that you want to hatch, which is right here. Click, then press close hatch creation. You click inside of his space and then you press close hatch creation. Does everybody have their hatch? All right, once you have inserted your hatch, you can now delete your spline. You can now delete your spline. Yeah. It's there, it's here. Let's go to the section that's in I don't know, they touch the other section. So now, all right, so we're gonna select line command, trainees. On the right side, we're gonna draw a line to close off these spaces so that the hatch can go in. So select, click from the end of the top line, coming all the way down to the end of the line at the bottom. Right? Right, so the line going straight from the top down to the bottom, closing off these spaces. So now, this first rectangular space here, this is, before we continue, let us just do some explanation. This side is the outside of your building. This line represents your ground level. So this is showing you that there is dirt or earth out here. So the spline just goes to show that the earth continues, but we can't draw the dirt for the entire space because there's so much dirt in the world, we can't draw the whole of the dirt. So we just put a little section here to show that there is earth outside of the building. And inside, these are the layers that it's going to make up your floor. So the first, for those who have experienced seeing persons work on site, when they are doing the floor, what is the first thing that they put in?
Stone.
Yes, then pack it with stone. So this first section here, we're going to use the gravel hatch. It's stone, you know, but in AutoCAD, it is the gravel hatch. So you're going to look for a gravel. So you have to scroll past these blue and yellow looking patches. Right? And we have gravel. The scroll right after you pass the blue and yellow hatches, you're going to have gravel. So click on gravel. Click inside of your space. If it does not come up like my own, you need to change your scale. Press close hatch creation. All right, does everybody have in their gravel hatch? All right, so the level above is going to be your floor slab. So after you pack it with stone, what you put on top? You pour your concrete. All right, you're going to put your concrete. All right, your 1 to 3 to 6 concrete mix. So now, you're going to go back to hatch. You're looking for AR conch.
The name, sir?
The name of the hatch is AR conch. Here it is. Conch short for concrete. Click. As you can see, I only have 2 dots because my scale is set on 10. So you're going to put it to 1. Yes, so each hatch is going to require a different scale. So the same scale that you use for the gravel, not going to work for the concrete. Does everybody have their concrete hatch in place? Scale for the concrete hatch is 1. And the scale for the gravel is 10. All right, so now the layer above your concrete, this is called your floor screed. Your floor screed. Anybody ever see persons laying tile before?
Yes, sir.
And they mix the cement and the sand.
The plating, sir?
Yeah, look like kind of like a plating. So the cement and the sand, you have no gravel in it, the cement and sand. You have the trowel and then put it on the floor. Then put the tile and set it. Anybody ever see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so this is what they call the floor screed. Yeah, floor screed. So the hatch for this, you're gonna look for the hatch that is called dots. DOTS. So look for dots. It is right beside the earth hatch. Right beside the earth hatch. Click. You're gonna click inside of your rectangle. All you're gonna see is just some dots. You're gonna change the scale. Let's use 10. All right, 10 is too spaced apart. Let's try 5. Or probably even 4. All right, you can work with 3. Use a scale of 3. I said, close boundary can determine. Yes, sir. That here is the same thing though? No. Alright. I'll just address that for the entire class. If it is that you're picking and he's saying that closed boundary cannot be determined, let me delete this. You simply select rectangle in your draw section on your home tab, and you're gonna trace over the space. So click in the top corner. You're gonna trace over the space. So trace it over. Click, and then you hatch inside. Same thing. My own start set now. So rectangle. Click. Trace over the space. And we hatch inside. All right, so the last layer at the top, this is your floor finish. This is your floor finish, right? So most of the time, this floor finish is gonna be tile, right? Ceramic tile. Sometimes we just hatch that top layer, solid hatch. But if you want to be really specific, you can draw lines to represent the different tiles, and then you hatch. All right, so you're gonna select line, ensure that your nearest command is on. And somewhere close to your wall, you're gonna draw a vertical line. This represents the divisions in your tiles. You're just gonna copy this. You're gonna offset it rather 300 because most of our tiles are 1 foot. Yeah. So offset 300 until you reach to the end. Offset 300. 300. 300. Don't think it, all right, can't go no more. So we leave it at that. So what's you doing? You're gonna use solid hatch now and hatch all of those spaces. So which one you take? Just see that. No specific distance, just make it close to the wall. All right, so now solid hatch. Solid hatch is the first hatch on the list, the very first hatch on your list. Click, and you're gonna hatch inside each rectangle. Once you're finished, you press close hatch creation. Go again?
Those small lines. That white space.
You mean them? Yeah, change it apart. All right, so now this line on the right, this was just used to close the spaces for hatching purposes, so we can delete it. All right, so now we are going to draw our 1/2 inch mile steel bar. The same steel that we put into every other black pocket. So we're gonna close off the top of our wall. When a select line come on, and starting from the center at the top, turn on back my auto mode. You're gonna draw a line going up, no specific length. I'm gonna make mine 150, but it's no specific length really. So if we want to make a steel bar that is 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch would be 25. Where you go? 1 inch is 25, so 1/2 is 12. So you're gonna offset 6 on each side. Offset 6. No specific length, but I put mine to 150. So 6 on one side, 6 on the other side. And then we delete the middle line. The length, no specific length, but I put mine to 150. Offset it 6 on each side, then delete the middle line. All right, so select line command, and we're gonna close the top of the steel here. Just draw a horizontal line at the top. All right, so now we're gonna draw the steel matting in the foundation footing before we extend these lines coming down. So leave out this for now. Soon come back to it. Zoom in on your foundation footing, which is the box here at the lowest point of your joint. Gonna select the offset command. And we're gonna punch in 50. So offset, punch in 50. We're gonna offset the base of our foundation footing up 50. The left side in 50. The right side in 50. So 50 on all sides except for the top. Everybody have those 3 lines? All right, so now this line here, this one that we offset from the base, we're gonna offset it up. We want it to be 2 inches. That is 50 as well. So offset that 50. And now we're gonna do some trimming. So select the trim command or type TR, press enter twice. Now follow closely what you're gonna trim. You're gonna trim here, here, trim here, trim here. Same thing on this side, trim this, 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 this. And then finally, you're gonna delete the line at the top. That's all you need. Just those 3 lines we need. All right, so the links that are in our strip foundation are they call them stirrup. They are 10 millimeters in diameter. Therefore, we're gonna offset this 10. Offset 10. So we're gonna give this stirrup a thickness of 10. So offset that up 10, this in 10, this in 10.
So already 17 millimeter lines. Yeah,
this
yeah.
and this
Yeah.
10. Offset them 10. As a draw line closing up the top of the stirrups on both sides. So there and over here. Then we're gonna trim up the corners. TR enter twice. So trim. Trim. So now, just like what we did for the stiffeners, We'll use the fillet command to get the curves. We're going to do the same thing. The fillet command. So we're going to have 3 half-inch steel bars running throughout the course of your foundation footing. 1 on either side and 1 in the center. So if the diameter of your steel bar is 12, that means the radius is 6. So you're going to type the word fillet, F-I-L-L-E-T, in your command line. You're going to select radius. You're going to punch in 6 and press enter. You're going to click the vertical line on the inside here and the horizontal line at the top. And your corner turns into a curve of radius 6. Now we're going to do the same for this, but instead of using radius 6, we are going to use radius 12. So fillet again. Select radius. Punch in 12. Click on vertical line. Click on horizontal line. So now you're going to repeat the same thing on the right hand side. Fillet. Radius. It is on 12 already. So press enter. Do the outer one first. Space bar to repeat the command. Radius. Punch in 6. Enter. Click. Click. So now we're going to select circle command. And once you put your cursor on the curve, you're going to see a white cross come up, which indicates the center of your curve. You're going to click on that. You're going to punch in 6, press enter. And it fits perfectly inside of your curve. So now, inside this circle, which represents your steel bar, your main bar, you are going to hatch it solid hatch. Give it a solid hatch. Now, we are going to mirror, highlight your steel bar, and we're going to mirror it to the other side. So select mirror command or type the word mirror, or MI for short, press enter. And now, find the midpoint of your stirrup, find the midpoint. Ensure your auto mode is on for this operation. Click. Move your cursor upwards. Click a second time, then press enter. Then for this, before I go like this, this is that part. This is so only can I do this in that? Alright, so now we're gonna put a mild steel bar in the center. So copy one of your circles. When you're copying it, you're gonna hold it from the base, hold it from the lower quadrant. And you're gonna paste it at the midpoint. Paste it at the midpoint. All right, so now you're gonna click on your circle. So the circle in the center, click on it. Just click on the circle, don't have to click the hatch. So just click the edge of it. If the dialog box comes up on the right that says circle and hatch, select circle. And now you're gonna type the word extend. Type the word extend, press enter, or find the extend icon. And you are gonna extend your steel bar at the top of your wall down to meet your circle. Right, once again, click on your circle. So the mild steel bar in the center, click on it. You're gonna type the word extend. So EXTEND, enter. Your cursor turns into a box. You're gonna click or highlight rather the two lines at the top of your wall that represents your steel bar. Click and it extends to meet the circle. Not working. Alright, so we're gonna put a hook shape. Alright, so select line command. You're gonna turn off your auto mode. Now at the top of this steel bar here, top quadrant, click. Alright, better yet, let's draw it horizontal and then rotate it to an angle. So turn on back our auto mode. We want it to be 2 inches, which is 50 millimeters. You draw the line from the top of your circle going to your right, 50 millimeters. So now, click on that line that you just drew, 50 millimeters. You're going to select the rotate command. So find the symbol at the top. Here it is. Or you can type the word rotate. Click. Now you're going to click. It asks you for specify base point. You're going to click the left end of the line. The left end of the line. Then in your command line, it says specify rotation angle. You're going to punch in 30 and press enter. 30. May the rotation angle be 30. So now, everybody has their line rotated at a 30-degree angle. Want me to do it again? Right, once again, you have your line, draw a line from the top of the circle. Horizontal line 50 millimeters. Click on the line. Select rotate. Type it in, press enter, or find the icon at the top. Now you're gonna click the left end of the line. Click the left end of the line. Command line asks us, says specify rotation angle. Punch in 30, press enter. So now we want to find the tangent of this circle. So click on the line, select move, hold it from the left end or the lower end, and we are looking for our tangent object snap. But in order to find that, we have to turn off our auto mode and go in object snap and turn off our nearest command, because nearest overrides most of the other commands. Turn off nearest. The tangent. All right, so if you're noticing, students, trainees, the cursor is moving very, what I say now? Jittery, yeah, good word. So now, whenever that happens to you, you are gonna change your grid snap spacing. So go down to this icon here beside your object, beside your auto mode. It is a box made out of dots. Click the drop down arrow. You have polar snap, grid snap, snap settings. You're gonna select snap settings. Where we see snap X spacing, we're gonna change that to 0.01. Once you change one, the other one will change automatically. Now come again, select our line, select move, click the end of our line, and we're looking for the tangent of the circle. All right, let me see if the hatch is interfering with it. Leave the hatch for a second. Yeah, 50. Go again. Try. All right. The tangent is not picking up. All right, let us make the tangent then. Since as it now pick up, I don't know why. Select line command. You're gonna turn on, let us turn on polar tracking. Polar tracking. It is the icon right to your right of ortho mode. Ensure that press the drop down arrow beside polar tracking. Ensure that 45 degrees is selected in the list. And we're gonna draw a line from the center of the circle going up 45 degrees. You're gonna see a green tracking line come up, and you're gonna see 135. Because the angle is being measured anti-clockwise. So click, no specific length. Want me to go again, trainees? All right, so now have this line. All right, so now we're gonna move this line now and paste it where the line intersects the circle. So this is as close as we're gonna get. Right? And let us see if we can get a 60 degree out of this. See if we can. It's 120. Let's try this one. All right, trainees. The 120 actually works better. So let's undo. So once again, go in your polar tracking. Instead of one that says 45, find one that says 60. You're gonna draw a line from the center of your circle. You're gonna see 120 come up. You're gonna click. Now where this line intersects the circle, that is gonna be your tangent point. So move your 50mm line, place it right where the line intersects the circle, and it right, meets it perfectly. Delete this line at the center. This line now, you're gonna offset it up. The thickness of the steel is 1/2 inch. That's 12. So offset this up 12. Everybody have this? Offset it up 12. So now, for the lower line here, we're gonna extend it to meet this line. So highlight this line on the left. Select extend. Click this line here. Yeah, we're gonna select the trim command. Trim, enter twice. We're gonna trim this piece down here. This little piece here. Trim. This piece here, trim. This piece, trim. This piece, trim. This piece, trim. We're gonna draw a line to close off our steel. Offset 12. All right, so we're gonna use the same fillet command to make these curves. So type in fillet. Fillet. For the inner curve here at the top, you can make it, select radius, you can make it 3 because the curves are going to be smaller because the steel is bent at a um oh. So 3. And we can make this one 6. And let's make this one bigger. Chain is, let's not make it 6. 6 kind of look weird. Let's make it 12 fillet radius 12. Click. So now all you're gonna have to do now, chain, is just move this down so it touches the top of the steel. So highlight. Select move. Pick the midpoint here. And by the way, this is not an exact science, trainees. So we can just move it as close as possible. Click. And then we join our lines. Extend our lines coming down. Oh, which one? These are 3, these are 12.
So what is the name again?
What is this?
The name of the joint.
This is a section through foundation footing.
Section Q.
Section through.
Through.
Yeah.
Section 2 foundation.
All right, so as we said, it's not the exact thing. So move this to meet the line. Move. Trim. Pull this down. Meet. All right, let's hatch inside here. Okay. Give me a little second to get caught up with this part. So we're gonna hatch 2 more places and then we're gonna annotate. All right, so everybody get them steel. Alright, training. So close again. There's two more things you have to watch and then we do. Quick, we have fast. The snatching stand feet training. Quick. We don't want to go back on this. Is your laptop turned off already? Alright. Alright, make we call it a day then. But there's just two more things we have. Just a chair so concrete. No, we are call it off. Make we call it off. Here it make it stay so. Next week Thursday we finish up.
Sir.
Project. Good question. So two things, Shady, two things. Because we're trying to the project today, sir. Today. But we're not like, the light. Yes, sir. Sorry about you. And I'm saying that you're carrying yes, it's showing your name and everything. Somebody asked the question when school are going to be closed and it's going What's your name is I have see it, folks. Okay.